For years now, I've been hearing people talk about how Republicans are racist, and how the Democratic Party is the party of civil rights and tolerance. In reality, it's kind of the opposite, though. There are several examples of this throughout history, and in this video we're going to take a look at a few of those. Let's start with a clip from the 2016 film Free State of Jones, written and directed by Gary Ross. Now obviously this is from a movie, but it accurately depicts how Democrats would disenfranchise black voters. Let's take a look.
Election day, ain't it?
Sure is.
John Brown's body lies a-moldering in the grave. John Brown's body lies a-moldering in the grave. John Brown's body lies a-moldering in the grave. His truth is marching on. He's gonna be a soldier in the army of the Lord. He's gonna be a soldier in the army of the Lord.
We like Republican tickets.
We ain't got those yet. Just the Democrat tickets.
We'll wait.
Might be a pretty long wait.
Let me explain something to you. These men are here to vote. And they mind dying a whole lot less than you do.
Let's see if I can find any.
Now I know what a lot of you are going to say. In 1964 there was a party switch, right? But if that's the case, then how do you explain this?
Less than 60 years ago, the 1964 Civil Rights Act was opposed by 69% of Senate Democrats, supported by 82% of Senate Republicans. It was opposed by 61% of House Democrats and supported by 80% of House Republicans. So of those who voted no in the House, 74% were Democrats. Those who voted in the Senate, 78% were Democrats who said no. And among those who filibustered the legislation for 70 days was West Virginia's Democratic Senator Robert Byrd. And Byrd spoke for 14 hours in a desperate last-ditch effort to kill the bill. Yet Byrd would go on to serve as the Senate Democratic leader from 1977 to 89, including Majority Leader from 77 to 81 and 87 to 89, and Minority Leader from 81 to 87. In other words, he was the leader of the Democrats for a very long time in the Senate, despite his background. He was also the longest-serving senator in the history of the Senate. He came a long way, did Robert Byrd. As a young man, he was a chief recruiter and organizer for the Klan in West Virginia, and apparently did a very good job of it as a Grand Kleagle. When Byrd died, he was praised in glowing terms by the leading lights of the Democratic Party ruling class, including Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and the rest, and several called him their great mentor.
Mark Levin makes some pretty good points there, but don't just take his word for it. Let's have some reminders from recent history, lest we forget.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
All right, listen, okay, listen.
Because we don't need any more brown faces that don't want to be a brown voice. We don't need black faces that don't want to be a black voice. We don't need Muslims that don't want to be a Muslim voice.
Biden's 1994 crime bill helped fuel mass incarceration with financial incentives to keep people behind bars.
I like the idea they keep in jail longer. I'm the guy that wrote the bill. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. We have no choice but to take them out of society.
The founder of Planned Parenthood was a eugenicist. Birth control, said Margaret Sanger, must lead ultimately to a cleaner race. We don't want the word to get out, Sanger said, that we want to exterminate the Negro population.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching. This is my first video, so I hope you'll bear with me as I get better at this. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more related content. Until next time, take care.